According to the 2024 report by the Inspector General, Uganda loses an estimated 9 trillion shillings each year, undermining access to education and the quality of educational services, limiting the social and economic development of society as a whole, and especially vulnerable and marginalized groups. Corruption also endangers the right to equal and free access to primary and secondary education when the payment of a bribe is required as a condition of admission or to receive books that are supposed to be free of charge.
It's the reason our healthcare system is in shambles. It is the reason there are no drugs in hospitals. It's the reason that many of our young people, this exodus of young people leaving Uganda to go and do many jobs abroad, byonna byonna bw'obifunza oyinza okusanga nga obutali bwesimbu, corruption erina kinene kyekola ku nsonga.
As a result of this and several other issues, Uganda Catholic bishops released a pastoral letter titled "The Truth Will Set You Free," expressing deep concern about the rising issues like torture, corruption, abuse of power and increasing inequality, stating that the nation is on the edge.
There are many people whose preoccupation with wealth has caused untold suffering to others. We see in the rampant land grabbing, abuse of public resources, theft, robbery, bribery, cheating, and even telling lies.
Speaking during their weekly press in Kampala, the Democratic Party spokesperson Okoler Opio Lo Amanu revealed how corruption, especially among the civil servants, as mentioned by the bishops, has resulted into an increased economic gap between the rich and the poor, as most of these do not keep their monies in the banks due to fear of being monitored.
Economic inequality, this is manifested by the gap that is between the rich and the poor. This gap continues to increase. I want to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, that we have those that work in government that do not bank their money, that do not put their money in the banks.
Okoler notes that the only way this gap can be bridged through the introduction of stringent measures to address the problem of corruption before the situation is out of hand.
We can't bury our heads in the sand like ostriches and say everything is good. No. The truth of the matter is, we need to have a conversation. We need to find a solution that shall realign our country back to the track. Corruption is a vice that we must deal with. And if we don't deal with corruption, definitely our country is headed for doom.
It should be remembered that in 2024, a group of anti-corruption activists staged the demonstration dubbed the 23rd March to the Parliament demonstration, protesting the alleged grave corruption in Uganda's parliament, ministries, agents and departments, leaving the corruption question unanswered.
Anita must resign! Anita must resign! Anita must resign! We are fighting corruption! We are not fighting security! We are fighting corruption! We are not fighting security! We are fighting corruption!
However, Uganda's President Yoweri Museveni has on several occasions condemned corruption publicly, raising hopes and excitement among Ugandans who are the most affected.
On the issue of the corruption, my advice is you should make a distinction between mistake makers and dishonest people. Dishonesty is the worst.
Despite the commitment, members of the opposition continue to demand the government to act beyond words, but to go ahead and bring to account the culprits. The most recent call being the scenario where NRM members of parliament, independents and a few opposition are said to have received a 100 million shillings cash prize from the president.
The opposition, we want to state that one, we condemn the continued behavior by General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni for using this approach and weaponizing money and making it a modus operandi on how to stigmatize, dehumanize, and destroy the institution of parliament and destabilize kind of our politics in general.
John Baptista Humza, Church of Uganda, Family TV News at 8.